Last week, I had the opportunity to go to California to see Chelsey Smith Crowns headquarters in person. This is my third time going, and I just absolutely love being there. And it's so much fun to be able to create content a lot, like with the wigs that are currently in stock, because when I'm home, I just have access to my personal collection. I'm actually going to cut into this video the videos that I made while at headquarters that I like to call a segment called Outside with Liz. I do it on TikTok. So I go outside, I show the different wigs in their full bright outdoor light because sometimes it can change how they show up. So I like to get them outside so people can really get the colors, how they read, what they look like. So it's a couple of different videos I'm actually going to put together into this one longer form video for YouTube. So it will be flipped the opposite way because I was made for TikTok, but I can't make them into shorts because they're a little bit too long. So it's going to be a couple different Outside with Liz's. Some of these wigs are still available. Some of them are out of stock. So these are Lacefront Glueless Wigs from Chelsey Smith Crowns. You can shop my storefront, get that extra 10% off. It's Outside with Liz. Straight wigs, like wigs that have little to no curl in them. So I'm going to try to rapid fire through these because there's a lot. This is Avery in the apricot.
Wind is a paid actress.
This is Avery. It used to come in a tea part and now it's a free writing. So wind is winding, so bear with me. Leia, she's got a pretty light root on her. So if you are someone who doesn't want too dark of a root but wants like a little root, this is a good one. This is Alondra. This is one that I was very, very surprised at how much I don't know. She hasn't caught my eye yet, which is crazy. I feel like I'm on Bruce, what was it? Bruce Almighty when he's doing like the weather reports. That's what I feel like right now. She is a beautiful copper blend. Look, I mean, the wind is definitely doing her justice. This is Brenna Hazel blend. She does have some curtain bangs here that you could totally adjust if you wanted to, but I think that you can really see the beauty that is her tonality in the outside light. This is Alexandra in the oil slick. I mean, her coloring outside is just stunning. It has such beautiful, rich colors throughout her. If you have not tried the Elise collection and you're looking for a really, really nice wig that's a little straighter, it just has some flippy ends, but you could totally take that out if you wanted to. This is Elise in the brunette. I love the Elise, I really do. This is Elise in the natural strawberry blonde. So it's definitely a lighter strawberry blonde into a more like strawberry blonde. I'm really good at the color descriptions, I know, but she's so stunning. Look at that. No root on her. The color just goes all the way up to the top. Another Elise in the Ashton coloring. I have this one. I love her. I did misspeak the other day and somebody asked if she had a root. She doesn't have a huge root, but there is, now that I'm looking at her, a slight root, but the root actually gets pulled down throughout the wig. So that's why I kind of didn't think she had a root. All right, one more Elise in the red that is available. This is very similar to the Oakley in the Starlit Red. It just has a little bit less like of that burgundy throughout. It's a little bit more of a brunette, but you can still see that tonality. This is Harlem. Now it doesn't have the added band and I would need that because it's lifting a little bit. So if you saw my video with Middletown, it is very similar to that. Warmer brunette blend, but I love her. Okay, the Outside with Liz is not outsiding because the wind is winding. So I had to come in to do the rest of this, but I promise if you want to see any of these, just let me know in the comments and I will get them in the outdoor light for you. This is Gianna with a J. We love her. I'm so shocked she's still in stock. She's a bio Futura, but her color blend is really pretty. That Gianna is also available in a black. And this one is like a true, because there's when you have a black color, you have like black, and then you have like 1B, which is sort of like an off black, which Miles is sort of like that. But this one is like that true dark. I love this. Those of you who saw my videos with Tundra, this is a very similar wig. She's long, she's got that gray, but this one just has a little bit of more of the brunette throughout her. This is Royalty in the Salt and Pepper. If you are looking for a mid-length one that is also straight, this is Carson. This is in the Corbin coloring. See, this is the joy of trying these on, is like, I would have never have thought this one for me, but I'm really loving her. Okay, this one I had to step outside to show you that Corbin coloring. So she is a cooler tone blonde with some brunette highlights throughout her, and then a little bit of like a taupe at the root. This is a unique color. I love this. So this is Regina. This one is the gray, and she comes like these white tips at the end. This is considered the gray blonde blend. Look at how, I just love how it like really, that gray kind of goes around, then it ends up in this like really pretty blonde color. Regina also comes in the apricot. This is Carson, and she is a T-part, but she's available in the apricot. This is Lindsay. She is a T-part, but has great lift at the root. This is the brunette version of her, so she has sort of like that heavy highlight blonde in her, which I really love. This is McKenna. This reminds me a lot. I don't know if it is, but it looks very similar to if you were here at the Caitlyn coloring time. She has a lot of tonality to her. Like, wow. I mean, wow. Wow, 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 wow. This is Mary Ellen. She has like a little bit of a flip out, but she's more of that like golden blonde. I almost forgot. Regina is available in the light brunette version, which we love the light brunette coloring. You know I do. Okay, this is Miley in the soft brunette blend. So there's sort of like a lighter brunette up top and then a lower layer of a darker brunette that goes up to the root. I love the Miley. I've been wearing the Miley light brunette a lot and people keep asking me which one that is. So if you like that wig, this is the exact same one. It's just a little bit of a different brunette. Okay, this is Miley in the black. I love this. I think this one will be going home with me. All right, I'm gonna still put this one in there. This is Kitty. I don't think she's gonna last much longer because she's really pretty and people love like a mid-length bob. So I can't do this video without the original Mean Girls Regina George wig. This is the original coloring of the Regina. I love this one. Regina in the rose. So this is like a very, it's got like a muted tonality to her, but she's still very vibrant. Like you can't go for the straight crowns without having the Skylar. So this is Skylar in the honey blend, honey brown blonde, honey. Wow. I think I shorted out there, but this is Skylar. I love her. We didn't think the Skylars were going to come back, but they did. This is Skylar in the natural blonde coloring. She has sort of a blonde root. It's just not dark at all. It's like very light. This is Ren. This is in the Gracie coloring. This has like a really pretty blonde highlight in her. She was one you definitely need to see outside. I'm going to end with Elise in the copper because I love this color. Michelle just asked me like what my favorite hair color is, and these coppers might be coming it. So these are all beautiful wigs that are like straight wigs, have maybe like a little bit of flip at the end if you're not someone who likes any sort of curls. Welcome to another episode of Outside with Liz. It is not freaking windy today, which is great because the last couple days it has been windy. All right, so this is Shannon with an A. The Lacefront Glueless Wigs from Chelsey Smith Crowns, and I like to show them outside so you can get the true tonality. Chelsey is known for her blondes. The people want the blondes. This does have a little bit of that lighter at the root so that you get that really seamless hairline. She's just a beautiful long blonde that Chelsey's known for, and we love her for it. This is Ruby in the Cinnamag. This is sharp. Like, this is just really pretty. So she's like a rich brunette, kind of has some red tonality to her, and then she has these pretty like more copper pieces in the front. Rubies are great beginner friendly wigs. I think rubies are those wigs that will just like make you a believer in wigs. This is Ira, whatever. She is a brunette. I would say a cool tone brunette, definitely shorter in the back. Could look cute, like pinned back. Okay, this is Willa in the natural blonde. So this natural blonde is one that Chelsey has repeated coloring wise in other wigs. So it was in a Megan. This is Willa. I love the Willa. Oh, Jesus. I love the Willa collection. It is one of my favorite collections. I have like 5 in it. Even though it is longer, it is so low density. I cannot say enough how much I think everybody should have a Willa in their collection. So this is Vanilla Free Part. So this is one that like when they say length, she's long and she's pretty high in density. Just to compare her to the blonde Willa. So it's pretty similar. Remember, the roots always look a little darker on camera. Vanilla doesn't really have much of a root. It's like really only at the root as opposed to coming further down. I love the apricot collection. I originally had the vanilla, but she was a 13x6 and now she's a 13x4, which I definitely prefer. So if you are looking for length, do not miss out on the Vanilla Free Part. This is Oceana. Definitely gives ocean vibes for sure. I love this like really like white highlight that's in there. I like her. I think she's pretty. She's got a lot of volume. This was one that was like highly requested. I think she only has a couple left, but this is McBride. Very unique coloring. So she's got this pink throughout her. She kind of reminds me of Strawberry Spritz, but the Strawberry Spritz is a little bit more like a copper, and this one's more of an auburn. New York City has like a special place in my heart because she looks very much like I just had new extensions put in. She's very low in density and she's got a lot of tonality to her brunette, but she just like brings me back to my extension days and I kind of love her for that. This is Philippa. This was one I tried on and I was like, oh my gosh, I really like her because you know I love the honeycomb coloring. I love the honey blondes. I love the like wheat blondes that this is, and that's definitely this. She doesn't have too dark of a root, but it's mixed in tone throughout her. I have Valerie in my personal collection. I love Valerie. This is definitely like a slept on style. It is sort of a muted apricot, and she reminds me of like a mix between apricot and the Nicole coloring. You know I love the Nicole coloring. Every single time I wear Nicole P. Boss, I wear her on. And this does give me her vibe just being a little bit longer. This is Jesslyn in the Strawberry Blonde. We love a Jesslyn. We love a Strawberry Blonde. She definitely has a little bit of a more muted Strawberry Blonde to me. Like there are ones that Chelsey has that like that strawberry coloring really pulls through. This one's a little bit more muted, but I still love her. And I love the lightness towards the hairline. It really makes it blend perfectly. Last one for this outside with Liz. This is Marie. I was very surprised by Marie. Marie kind of gives me Alexia Cassidy vibes, like a hybrid of the two. So she is a blonde coloring. It's got a little bit of a lighter, like dirty blonde throughout her. Big fan of Marie. If you are blonde, I feel like you need this one. Like I said, Alexia, like Cassidy hybrid, that gives you Marie. So this has been another episode of Outside with Liz. All right, I found Waldorf. I know so many people have been asking about her. I don't know why I couldn't find her. So she is giving all the Blair Waldorf vibes for sure. Here's the thing, with any bangs, I always make them straight across, but you can push them to the side if you would prefer it to be that way. She's definitely like thicker in density. This is Dakota in the, is this one available? Just had to check. Dakota in the Carob is, Carob? Is it Carob? I said it and I was like, that sounded so. Anywho, what is it? Carob? Carob. Okay. Liz can't speak, okay? This is Dolce and the Salt and Pepper. This salt and pepper coloring is so pretty. I love this. And I love a Dolce. Now, a lot of times when people get Dolce, they feel like it's a lot of hair. And it is probably going to feel like it's a lot of hair if you are not used to having a lot of hair. Like I have really thin hair. So if I were to have tried this maybe as my first wig, it might have been a little bit overwhelming. But now I'm so used to it, it doesn't feel like a lot. Salt and pepper color comes in a couple different ways. It comes in like Cove and Cloud. I love. I think actually a Ruby too. This is Kyla in the Cool Blonde. I love the Kyla curl. It's got this like really like straighter ends at the bottom. And then this Cool Blonde coloring is like, I would consider this more of like a taupe to me. Like I'm not a regular blonde, I'm a cool blonde. This is Lexi. This is sort of like a muted strawberry blonde. I don't know, it's hard to describe her. She actually reminds me a lot of the Toffee coloring. If you remember Toffee Luxe, this is very similar in coloring to that. This is Regina. I actually might have shown this one already, but I'm just so impressed by her. This coloring is so cool. It's like this gray blend into these like white tips. It was Summer Becky in the taupe blonde. So Summer Becky's are just a little bit shorter than the regular Becky's, and then that little bit shorter in length so that it's not as hot. This is Rapunzel in the blonde chocolate. So the biggest thing with this one is that the root coloring is a little bit different than the color that's blended at the bottom. So the root coloring is more of that like Livia coloring, that like golden blonde, and then the bottom is where it has that like two-tone sort of Christina Aguilera 90s, 2000s colorings. Wow. This is Hollywood. I love her. So kind of similar to the Dakota that I showed. So she has like a darker brunette at the root, but not, it's very subtle in terms of the blending. I really like her and I love the curl on her. We've got Outside with Liz. We're going to try to do a little quickie Outside with Liz. That actually sounds really dirty and I shouldn't say it like that. This one is Presley. People did ask to see her in the outdoor light. Don't you worry, I am here. I'm getting as many videos out as I can. So if you haven't seen like the one you've requested yet, I promise I will be getting to them. This is Presley. She reminds me a lot of like the Naomi coloring, the Soho coloring. She's definitely slept on. This is the honeycomb coloring of the Andy. This honeycomb coloring has come in some other wigs. So I figured I would show her outside so you can get really like how pretty her color is. Got this like lighter pieces up front, a little bit more golden blonde in the back. Okay, this is Chelsey and the oh my gosh, I can't say it. Chelsey in the shell, and then this is the original style. So they're the same color. They're just different styles. Original shell is longer, but it's a pink with like a light pink highlights, then a little purple. Just got some. I'm determined to make people in their colorful wig era because you need to have colorful hair. Why not? This is a really pretty curl pattern. It's definitely not a color that I would go for. It's kind of similar to that honeycomb. Rhea. I don't know how this is described on the website, but it's really pretty. I love the Cassidy and I love the OG Cassidy coloring. So the biggest difference is now it has a lighter root. I personally prefer the darker root, and that's the one that I have. It's like the OG one, but the color is really pretty on this Cassidy. It's a brunette blonde mix. It kind of gives that like chunkier highlight vibe. Okay, this is Alicia. It's a strawberry blonde. I really love this color. I would prefer a root if I was going to go with a color like this. but it is really pretty. Free parting. It's a gorgeous wig, and so I want to like try to, you know, show off the color in the true light so you can really see, even though it might not be my color, it might be yours. This is Kaylee. This is like that balayage coloring that I just adore. She's so low density, lightweight, and she's just like super easy peasy. All right, this is Christina with a K. So she's a blonde. She's got some cute little wispy bangs. She is like a blonde, like a cool tone blonde with a brunette layer underneath. She's really pretty though. I love the like cool blonde color. Okay, this one's actually really cool. This is Ophelia in the Oreo cookie, and it definitely looks like an Oreo cookie. It's so cool. It reminds me of Sabrina, like the Sabrina coloring, if you remember back then, just like blended a little bit different. Skylar, okay. I love this wig so much. This is so stunning. This is a caramel brunette, caramel color balayage looking. She's good. She's really, really good. Okay, this is Tillis. So she's got like a taupey brunette and then goes into this blonde. I know I'm going really quick through these, but I'm trying to get as many as possible outside so that you can see them. This is Hamilton. This does give me kind of like free parting cloud vibes, which I love. And then it's like that like dirty blonde brunette mix. Okay, last one for this. Don't worry, I'll be back for more. This is Kent with Lacefront bangs. I love her. This may be like another one of those ones that I tried on. Then I was like, ooh, she's sort of like an auburn copper. Definitely more true auburn, but I really like her. It's the perfect time for Outside with Liz. The light is hitting just right. So I'm going to get as many as I can. You know I try to go rapid fires. This is Pauline on we love a Pauline. The Bio Futuro. We love her. Okay, this is a Ruby in the Dimensional Blonde. So she's got a lot of tonality to her. I love a Ruby. I think they're great beginner-friendly wigs. They're just a really pretty crown. And this has like a light brunette, sort of a taupey brunette with this bright blonde highlight. Okay, this is Rapunzel. She comes in a couple different colors. I'm going to write which one this is because I just forgot as soon as I walked over here. I really like the Rapunzel. It kind of gives me a cross between Dakota and a Megan. So if Rapunzel's not on your radar, I would definitely put her on your radar. This is Allie in the Copper, and this is Allie in the Balayage. Okay, this is Carter. So this is like a strawberry blonde blend. Opposed to like Alicia, that one has a little bit more of the strawberry blonde. This one has more of like a copper strawberry blonde mixed throughout. This is Cafe. Definitely one of those ones that's really hard to fully pick up the true tones of her. Two-tier situation, like a coffee, if you will. It's towards the end of the day. I'm losing steam a little bit on my descriptions, but it doesn't mean I won't show them for you. This is actually a really fun one. This is Nikki. So she's sort of like a silvery blonde, definitely that like lived-in blonde that lived-in gray that Chelsea's been talking about. So she's got sort of three tiers. She's got the darker at the root, and then that middle that has sort of a mix, and then the tips at the end are a little bit more of that like white blonde color. I really like these Giannas. This is in the biscuit blonde, so kind of the same thing as Nikki. It's sort of that three-tier situation. Okay, you know I love a Dolce. I have the darker brunette one, and this one is the medium brunette. She definitely pulls different in different lighting, but I think her highlighting really pulls very beautifully in the outside. This is I can't say it, but it's like Minnesota, but like how you're supposed to say it. It's got these like cute little pops of color underneath, and she is pretty similar to like the Corbin coloring blonde. This is Skylar in the natural blonde. So this natural blonde is one that we have seen over different wigs. So it's like came in like the Megan and the Miley. So it's a, you know, the natural blonde with a little bit of a root, nothing too dark. This is Strawberry Spritz. This is such a unique color. I was talking with Michelle about just how pretty she really is. If you're looking for like unique hair that everybody's gonna be like stopping you and asking you where did you get it done, this is definitely it. Okay, this is Tony. She is sort of, I guess it's that lived-in gray again, just a little bit of different one, but this is like that Bob. She is the Bob of the Bobs of the Bobby Bobs. This is the last one for this episode of Outside with Liz. This is Verona. She is the blonde of the blonde of the blonde. These are all Lacefront Glueless Wigs from Chelsey Smith Crowns. If you watched all the way through those, thank you so much. That was the segment I like to call Outside with Liz. And it's just a little bit easier to do when I'm in person at headquarters, at CSC headquarters, because I have all of the wigs that are currently available to do, which is really exciting. If there are any that are still available, you can shop my storefront. My storefront is chelseysmithcosmetics.com/Elizabeth. It'll automatically apply a 10% off discount at checkout. But when you go into the storefront, that's not the only wigs that you can purchase. You can purchase any of the wigs that are available on the website with the 10% off discount. Typically, like single ladies, it doesn't apply to, but it's just going to lead you into my storefront. From there, you can navigate to the rest of the website. And if you want to search a specific wig, you can type it into the search bar. It'll pop up if it's in stock or not. Let me know if you have any questions. I'm Elizabeth. I'm here to help you on your wig wearing journey with Chelsey Smith Crowns. And Kayla, you bye.